Hey guys, this is our next algebra review on one-step equations. These notes are going to pair with your one-step equations worksheet that you will be assigned. So we're going to work out about 2 problems just to give you a quick refresher from Algebra 1. So remember, equation is just 2 expressions connected by an equal sign. So that means we have to solve something in that. And then a variable is just any letter that is replacing a number. So in this case, we have to figure out what that letter is. So let's go ahead and do number 1 from our worksheet. It'll be 26 equals 8 plus V. That's the letter V. So example number 1, can't move that. Example 1 is going to be 26 equals 8 plus the letter V. 26 equals 8 plus the letter V. So basically what we have to do is solve for V. And remember, that is a variable. Okay, so V is our variable, and we're going to solve for V. If we are solving for V, we need to isolate V, right? That means get V by itself. So let's go ahead and isolate V. In order to do that, we have to get rid of 8. And when I say get rid of, I don't mean just make it disappear, right? Cover it up and move on. No, we have to move it to the other side. So in order to isolate V, we have to move 8 to the other side, okay? So in order to do that, in order to move the 8 over to this side of the equal sign, we have to do the opposite operation. So the opposite operation, this is adding. So the opposite operation here is going to be subtracting. So we're going to subtract the 8 from this side and move it over to this side. So use the opposite operation. Subtract the 8 from this side, and we have to subtract the 8 from this side. Because remember, in one-step equations, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So when we subtract the 8 from this side, those cancel. Bring down the V, it equals what is 26 minus 8 is 18. Here we go. So V equals 18. You can write it like that, or you can write it like this. Either way is correct. Now, I want you to substitute the V back into the equation. So then if we substitute this into here, because that's where it would belong, it'll be 26 equals 8 plus 18. Now, is that true? 26 equals, what is 8 plus 18? 8 plus 18 is 26, so that is true. Okay, so that's a very basic, very simple equation. Let's go ahead and try a second example. Let me turn the page. All right, example number 2. Pull from our worksheet. Let's try let's do number 13. Actually, let's do number 12. No, let's do 14. 14's easier. So number 14 says 10n equals 40. So in order to isolate, so we're solving for n, we isolate n, right? We have to get n by itself. So that means we have to move the 10 to this side. Now remember what I said when we are moving a number. You have to do the opposite operation. So what is the opposite of multiplication? Because this is multiplication, so 10 times n. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide by 10. What we do to one side, we do to the other, and divide this by 10. 10 over 10 cancels out, bring down the n, and it equals 40 divided by 10 is 4. Correct? Correct. All right, so that's number 14. Let me go ahead and give you another problem. Let's do one more example. Example number 3 is going to be all right, so x divided by 4 equals 7, super simple. Opposite operation because we need to look for x. So we are going to multiply by 4 because the opposite operation of division is multiplication. So we multiply by 4 on both sides. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Those cancel. X equals 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, super simple. Let's do one last problem. And make sure you're using these to refer to as you work on the worksheet. It is going to be negative 5 plus the letter P equals 27. So what is P? We're trying to find, so solve for P. So in order to solve for P, we have to move this negative 5 to the other side of the equal sign. So in order to do that, the opposite operation for a negative is going to be positive. So we're going to add 5 to both sides. These cancel. And P equals 27 plus 5 is 32. Okay? If you have any questions, just send me an email. But you shouldn't have too many problems with this. Once you're finished, write out your work and then take a picture, send it through Chromebook, and upload it to Google Classroom. Okay? Good luck.